Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. My name is D-Free. Here today, we are going to be discussing the Zenkai units. Now, this is about the third time I've tried recording this video. I've wasted about 45 minutes non-stop basically trying to record this video because it's too much. There's a lot that you can really get into and a lot of different talking points, man. It's so much to talk about these units because if you're going to rank these units, you have to consider multiple things. Oh, is Beerus being ran with Whis and also probably Rose? Like, what's the team comp? What team is Broly going to be on? Because if you're running him, are you running him as bench for Blue Vegeta, or is he better as a main fighter than Blue Vegeta on movies, for example? What about Saiyans? Is that where you're running him? What about LF Goku or the new support Goku? Goku Black, is he better than Yellow Cell on Future? Different questions arise when you talk about these units for the most part. What team is Gohan going to be on? Hybrids or Sun Family or both? Also, are they Zenkai 1? Are they Zenkai 3? Are they Zenkai 6 or 7? 7 has access to the most raw stats. Zenkai 3 and 6 give you access to the separate unique abilities. Zenkai 1 is a quote-unquote free, and I'm using that term loosely, level as well. So there's a lot of different talking points, and I'm going to try to cover it as best I can, as quickly as I can, and try not to ramble too much, okay? So bear with me. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit that subscribe and that thumbs up button, and definitely hit that like button if you guys want to see more. I'm going to just go off of that. If you guys left a bunch of likes, that'll tell me you guys want to see more discussions like this, and also just more thoughtful videos like this, instead of just always like PvP or showcases. Let me know. Again, thumbs up. No goal. Just whatever you guys decide, okay? So let's go ahead and say this in the very beginning. To get past Zenkai 1, because I get asked this all the time, you have to summon. There are summon banners. You literally must summon. You have no choice. Okay, they are here. Is that changing? 95% chance that it's not. So just for the record, Zenkai is probably not leaving. That's probably not changing. That is probably going to be what it is. You just have to summon. Okay. Zenkai 1 is not available unless your character is already 7-star. No, not red 7, like a lot of my units are because they're super old, but just 7, okay? So those are the qualifiers for Zenkai. What are the main differences? Well, what happens is, again, at Zenkai 3, your character gets access to this, the third unique. At Zenkai 6, they get access to the bottom one. Also, throughout the stages, they get access to getting more stats. Zenkai 7 units have the highest access to stats via the Soul Boost area. I don't know if they literally have the highest stats in the game off the top of my head. Probably. Maybe not. I don't know. But they get access to all these extra sides and all these extra panels that other characters don't, right? If your character has access to level 1 through 6, that varies how much extra they get access to. For example, Majin Buu. I cannot give him access to any of those unless he's Zenkai 2. He can only get access to the first one. That's how this works, okay? Also, as a result, throughout those extra levels, you get access to these levels. Yeah, this is not something that's very talked about, right? Level 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. I can get those last ones if I just work on them. They're in here somewhere. Like, I can show you one right now, probably. Yeah, here's one right here in the bottom corner. Blast, level 9 right there, boom. Like, these Zenkai characters have access to stuff nobody else has access to. So by extension, at Zenkai level 7, completely soul boosted, just gonna say I think they're all in their own tier. There are characters that can compete that are high tier and great units in the game, like 21, the new Bardock that recently came out, the red Bardock, LF units as well, like LF Namek Goku or whoever you want to throw out there. Yellow Gohan, obviously, the movies team, whatever. There are characters that can be competitive, and these characters all can, like, that or rushes or type disadvantage. It doesn't matter, but I think they're all basically the best units in the game because they get access to stuff nobody else gets access to. That doesn't mean they have the best kits, but that just means that they're up there via combination of the stuff they get access to and kits, right? In my opinion, that's fair to be disagreed, whatever the case is. But I wanted to say that because I feel like a lot of people, whether it's because they hate Zenkai as a mechanic or they don't have access to the characters because of the fact that they hate Zenkai as a mechanic or whatever, the restrictions, whatever, or maybe some combination of both. A lot of people underrate them. They try to say, oh, this unit is better than that unit, when it's just not factual. They're not meant to be better because they're not Zenkai units. These units will shred most units in one combo or a couple of cards, right? I literally had Purple Gohan freaking do 4 million damage in like 3 cards. It's nuts what these units can do. With neutral damage, by the way, not type advantage versus the green unit. Gohan did that with like 3 cards. Okay, 5 minutes almost out the way. Let's finally jump in. I'm going to immediately start by saying my Zenkai 7 rankings. I'm not really going to talk about 3 or 6 because the video gets too long, but I will talk about 1 because that's the very loosely used free level in the game. Zenkai 7 rankings. on their best possible teams. That means you are giving Beerus access to all the buffs from Whis, yada yada. You're giving Majin Buu access to whoever you want to give him access to, like LF Piccolo, who I believe gives allies a buff as well. Baby, whoever you want to do. You're putting Broly on movies. You're putting Goku Black on Future, or Saiyan, whatever you want, but Future ideally, right? So we can get access to those Rose debuffs, whatever the case is, on their best teams. Sun Family for the other two, by the way. Or Super Saiyan. I guess you could say Super Saiyan for Goku. Number 1, I think, is Majin Buu. 1A. 1B is Beerus. That literally means they're both the same. Just for the record. 1A, 1B. There's like a 0.5 difference in my mind between them. It doesn't matter. On their best teams, one shreds and one is unbeatable, basically. Pretty much. Well, he's not unbeatable. You get my point. The next one on my list is Gohan. Now, the last 3 is where I kind of get iffy because it gets into multiple things. Their playstyles are different. You have access to very short timer count buffs, or short debuffs, or prolonged debuffs, or some combination of both. My next one is Goku Black. The following that is going to be Broly. Bottom of my list is Goku. If you couldn't tell, yes, I do regret Zenkai 7 and Goku. There were numerous others I would have been better off, but I'll see you in Krillin or another Gohan gets a Zenkai. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, so that's my ranking for 7. It's the 2 greens, then Gohan, then Goku Black, then Broly, then Goku. Goku Black and Broly, though, could definitely switch the same way that the 2 greens could, and I think Gohan's a character that could shoot to the top depending on the scenario. Like, if he's last man, I think he's the best one. But if he's not, and he's just kind of in the flow with the regular game, right? It's a little different. So, that's my rankings for Zenkai 7. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Now, rankings for Zenkai 1. I'll actually discuss this because this is very important, because I think obviously more people would have access to Zenkai 1, right? We're going to start off with what I think is the best Zenkai 1 unit. And then we're going to discuss the others, and I'll give you the final rankings afterwards because I don't really know my placing. I'm completely open and changing on Zenkai 1, right? Best one is Buu. Buu is the best unit at Zenkai 1 in my mind. I think he's the most user-friendly. Zenkai 1 is important because it gives the units the biggest buff overall. The only changes at other levels are access to the higher levels and also the stats via soul boosting, right? That kicks in every level. Also, the Zheng ability, I didn't mention this too much, but every character has one of these, which also feeds into not only buffing themselves, but specific allies. Like, he's green regen only, so like a character like Gohan, or like the new super baby Vegeta, not super, but just regular baby Vegeta. Gohan is purple hybrids only. Goku is red Saiyans only, like the red Bardock, for example. They all have that. It all goes up to a derivative of 40% and 35 as a sub, right? They all do this, right? So this also does change as they proceed. So that's another thing worth mentioning, right? So, and that's another reason why it's just like, bro, there's too much raw stuff going into these units. Another 40% to stats, like they're all in their own, at level 7 anyway. At levels below 7, it's completely up to debate where they fall in the spectrum among other in-game units that are not Zenkaiable, right? Anyways, level 1, Buu. He gets the big, they all get, Zenkai 1 is the biggest upgrade. Changes to their stats, changes to all this stuff, right? Changes here. These things don't change as they proceed anymore. This changes, that's the biggest upgrade in general, the longest list of stuff. Buu. His team is nuts. He's got the best team in the game at the moment. Regen is, I think, pretty confidently the best team in the game. There's too many good units over there. They keep getting support. They're the best team in the game. So Buu is the most impactful Zenkai 1 unit in the game, on my mind. Now, if you're looking at these units, other units, they all kind of fall in different spots. Honestly, it might be a little biased. I don't know. Huge Gohan fanboy. But I'm giving Gohan number 2. The reason why is because I think that Gohan has enough tools in his kit to be extremely relevant at Zenkai 1, right? Health restoration down is really good. Restores health damage buff. Also cancels his own abnormalities, right? Very good. His special move does a debuff to enemies where they take more impact damage, right? Take a look at the main ability. He gets 40% more strike damage and also recovers health while drawing an ultimate. Having an ultimate is also really big for these characters. Some of them simply don't, like Goku Black. That's very big. It means a lot, right? So there's that. We take a look at the couple of uniques he has access to. This one here is really good. Plus 20% to strike damage inflicted per defeated battle member when he enters the battlefield. That means up to 40% more strike damage as your last man. And also 50% potential key recovery bonus as well, right? Now, this unique is incredible. I don't know if people really read this right or cared about it. So the first part of it, the health 50% or more buff, that is repeatable. If he gets hit numerous times in that time period, that stacks. Purple Goku Black has that. I think Shallot might have that at SS3. Anyways, numerous characters have this. Purple Cooler. There are a lot of characters that have that. That is very good. Very freaking good. Very good. Tap punches, tap blasts, they give him repeated buffs. Or any arts card. Repeated buffs. Now, that doesn't stack between a combo. If they're drop comboing or whatever and the combo stops for whatever reason, he would get the buff and then he'd get another if they were going to hit you again or whatever. But that's very good. Also, he gets the 50% damage inflicted below 50%. You can literally use that, then heal up, and get another strike damage, health restoration. You see what I'm saying? I think I'm going to give it to him. He's incredibly powerful. Incredibly powerful. And his kit doesn't necessarily need the bottom 2 uniques, per se. That's the main thing, is do these characters need the bottom 2, right? Let's take a look at Goku Black, right? I kind of flip-flop a little bit about wanting to give Goku Black the 3rd one, but I'm always apprehensive about Zenkai 1 on Goku Black because of the first unique. You can say 2 things. It's either really good or really bad, or some combination of both. Because being versus Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans is going to always be relevant in the game's lifespan. Because, well, they're the main characters in the series, right? But there are also matches where you maybe face one, sometimes you don't face any, right? Androids comes to mind. Regen a little bit if they're using Super Baby or Baby variants, whatever. He's going to be on the team, so he is a Saiyan, right? And I guess in Regen's matchup, you hope they bring 21, and your yellow advantage does help you out with that a little bit. Like, that's kind of flip-flop, right? But he also has some of that flavor that Gohan has, too. As the last man standing, he's really good. So, plus 10% damage inflicted per defeated ally or enemy. That is huge. He initially did not have this. This is huge. Or enemy. That's another 40% maximum damage. That's huge. Huge. But you do need to go ahead and switch him in and out each time basically people are defeated. That's why it says effects reset after switch. It doesn't fizzle out with timers, but you do need to... He won't get that buff live in the middle when he defeats the enemy. But when he does defeat an enemy, he gets another 35% blast damage. So he's pretty good, right? Main ability, some of the same stuff as Gohan. Damage and health, right? Damage and healing. He's good, bro. I can't say Gohan is good at level 1 and not give respect to Goku Black, right? I think that Goku Black is the next one on my list behind him. Now, this is where it gets kind of iffy a little bit for me. I'm going to give it to Beerus. The reason why is because Beerus is in an interesting spot at Zenkai level 1. He still has some of the same stuff that made him really good. Comboable green card, which is incredible. Also debuffs and removes buffs. Really good combination, right? His ult still destroys all the enemy's cards, and also having access to an ult in general is really good. And also massive explode damage on that. His blue card, minus key recovery, whatever, to that one, I guess. Look here, plus 50% to blast damage and heals while drawing an ultimate. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff at level 1. Realm of Gods, this one is kind of iffy, right? It's good, but it's not conducive to most of the gameplay style. Obviously, you want to have protection versus abnormalities. That's fine. Key recovery up, it's kind of whatever. That's just how I feel about that. It's kind of whatever. If you're not getting card draw speed, I don't really necessarily need super high key recovery. I'll be fine, right? That's just how I feel about it. That does stack, though. That's good. It stacks if you somehow use multiple cards below 30 key, which is not hard to do. That's good. But if he had card draw speed, then we'd really be talking, right? Now we look at this. He gets damage bonus, 40%. Also does some more disruption stuff, plus 5 to the enemy's card costs. Sealing of the main abilities is the best thing he does, though, I think. Because it makes him really hard to play against in certain matchups if you don't know what you're doing, right? He's very annoying. So that's what I'll say. And again, now we're down to the 2 Saiyans. Broly versus Goku strike damage buff is really good. When he's on the battlefield, the following effects occur when the enemy switches characters. If they switch versus him, they're not allowed to switch again, up to twice, and then he gets damage bonuses just for them switching. So you just don't switch versus him, right? That's pretty much what that means. Or you switch not much. Don't switch too much, right? Also, when he enters the battlefield, he does these downgrades. Minus 35% to key recovery, minus 1 to arts card draw speed, and inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 30% to damage received. That's a really good set. But it's not enough as Zenkai 1 to make him a character you'd run on the movies team, for example, over Blue Vegeta. Blast Armor is too powerful, right? Broly really wants access to his damage increase at Zenkai level 3. Main ability, damage increase, ultimate, that's all good stuff. Again, having access to an ult, though, I can't take that away. He has Feint on both of these. That's pretty good, but he's the next one on my list. I don't think he's as good as Goku Black or the others. And you can tell the trend. I regret this. I regret it. 80% to Lineage is solid, but how often are you really against Lineage? This season, maybe a little bit more than others, but it's not like you're up against them even every other match. You'll sometimes go 5 or 6 matches without even seeing Lineage, or more. I still, to this day, I play a lot of PvP, as you guys know. I don't see lineage that often. Needing a Krillin to be defeated to get that bonus, how often are you going to run a Krillin with him? You have to go out of your way to run the Namek team, basically, which is not a great team, even if you can run double Gokus and Krillin and give them super buffs, right? Not a great team, not the tankiest team. They don't have sustainability that you'd want. This unique, though, admittedly, I can't take it away. This part of the unique is really good. If he enters the battlefield and 2 allies are defeated, he's getting 40% damage and then also 30% health. And you can kind of repeatedly do this. If one character is defeated, he enters, he gets just the one version, which is 20% damage, 15% health. That's good. Switch him out, defeat the other ally. He gets that. As a last man standing, he gets 40% and then heals 30%. But again, it's only for 15 counts. So how effective is he really going to be as your last man standing when he doesn't do anything after 15 counts? He doesn't do anything. So how effective is he going to really be, right? He has a delayed thing on his second unique here, which is kind of just like, whoa, I guess. He's cool. Especially on Super Saiyans when he can do some solid damage, even though his card cost is delayed, which is purposely because it's delayed purposely because of Bardock in Super Saiyans. Because Bardock, if you switch into him, he gives all those bonuses. They didn't want to also compact the issue of Bardock's crit damage, crit rate, all that stuff by giving you reduced card cost and stuff like that. And then as you get Zenkai 7, he evenly picks up ki and more damage. You really need 7 on this guy. Because I'm going to be honest, this is cool, but it's delayed, not much longer. It's 15 more counts than you would ordinarily wait, this is a good one, right? But still, you really want that last one. You really want that last one. So, or 6, I guess, Zenkai 6. So that's where I'm going to rank these units at Zenkai 1. So again, Zenkai 7, either of the greens, doesn't matter. Gohan is next on my list. Did I say Goku Black next? I hope I did. And then Broly, then Goku, and pretty much the same ranking. Yeah, almost flip-flop though. I'm giving Gohan at Zenkai 1, number 2 spot though. You can definitely disagree with that, but I feel like Gohan, he just has more avenue to just shred people to pieces. And he fits readily alongside Yellow Gohan, on like a Sun Family / hybrid type of team if you wanted to do that. The only issue with him is on Sun Family because there's a legitimate issue whether or not you want to run him over SS4 Goku. Just for the record, I think SS4 Goku is probably better than Zenkai 1 Gohan. It depends on the instance they're in, right? If he's last man standing, I probably want the Gohan more. But it just depends on what you're doing and how the playstyle is. Do you want to run purple, red? Maybe, maybe not, right? So anyways, that's my idea and how I feel about all this stuff. And let me know how you guys feel about it. And again, if you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And I try to get through it as quickly as I could. Because the previous videos, again, I wasted 45 minutes. Have an awesome day. And I'll catch all of you guys in the next one.